Good morning, everybody. It's Wellness Wednesday, and I am live again. How are you? How is life going for you? I know this is crazy moments. It's December. It's unbelievable that it's the last month of the year. I don't know how you feel about this year, but life has just gone like water. I just kind of, if I'm looking back, it feels like yesterday was January, right? How many of you feel this way? Comment and make a comment on the comments and let me know who is here. And if you're here live, do hashtag live. And if you're here in the replay, just do hashtag replay. And today I want to talk about awareness and a little bit about how life leaves our clues, but it's all about how we create awareness in order to follow those clues, right? Sometimes we are stumbling upon things and we want to learn more things, but then we are just covered in fog. And this morning I went for a run and it was foggy. And then as I was listening to inspirational things and I was making a little insights about life, I thought about this thought is like brain fog. Why is it that in menopause we have brain fog? That is the most common symptom of menopause, and that was for me the the major one. And I feel that brain fog is when we cannot see clearly outside. It also means that, okay, so if the answers are not coming from outside, then there has to be a better way, right? So there has to be a better way. Maybe it's just a reflection or just an invitation for us to go inward. And that is exactly what happened to me when I felt like there were no answers or I was feeling so confused. I understood that I needed to go inward. I needed more connection with myself. And when I started making some changes, because that's the thing, how do we know how to follow the clues and how do we know which are the clues? And we don't know what we don't know, but if we are working on that receptivity, and this morning I heard Abraham Hicks, she says 100% of our work is to work in our receptivity. That way we are kind of like a flower blooming. When our petals are open, we're more receptive to receive. When they're closed, we're not receptive to receive the clues. So the major work in our work, especially if you are in your 40s, 50s and menopausal or struggling with weight or with brain fog or with lack of energy or with sleepless nights and things like that, there's a lot of worry and things that are happening in our brain. So some things that we need to work on is creating that space and time in the day so that we can create those habits that open us up to receptivity. So have you heard the quote, what you resist persists? Let me know in the comments, yes, what you receive, if you have heard this quote. And I have heard it so many, many times, but sometimes it's hard to comprehend the things when we're stuck in the rut, right? When we're stuck in the mud, it's like, okay, help me God, but how do you get out of that mud? So I heard that what we resist persists, and the only way that we can understand this concept, and something that I heard this morning as well that I wanted to share with you, hopefully it will be helpful for you too, is that whatever we're working towards, maybe you're working towards better health, maybe losing those extra pounds that you have, maybe you're wanting to build a business, maybe you want a better relationship, maybe you want to be a better mom for 2023, maybe you just want to learn to eat healthier. Whatever your dream is, whatever your wish is in your heart, right now. We're always working towards something, right? So let me know in the comments, what is that thing that you want to learn more about? What is that thing that is your dream that you will feel fulfilled? So going back to what you resist persists, whatever that is for you, and let's share it in the comments. And we are resisting that wherever we feel that there's more resistance to that is that exact thing that is causing us the most pain. But that's exactly the thing that we have to start working towards in order to blossom, in order to see the results. And it is very overwhelming, and I get you, because we're all in this together. We all have our monsters that we're working towards, right? And when we see the elephant up front, it's like, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it by one bite at a time. So that's exactly what you need to be doing. Is like when you have a big thing that worries you, then it's just chunking it up by little pieces, and one little thing leads to another. One conversation, one connection, one understanding leads to another, and to another, and to another. And it's like, also, if you feel like you're in a buffet, you cannot eat a whole buffet in one day, right? And even though it looks really appealing and super appetizing, you cannot eat it in one day, because then you will feel so sluggish and so full that you won't even notice the benefits or appreciate it. So you have to select exactly what you want that will fulfill you in that moment, so that you can feel good, that it satisfies you in the moment. So a very simple example that I heard today is, for example, let's say, I didn't have my water bottle, but let's say we have this sharpener right here, right? This is your dream right here. And then, but it's hard to, you're resisting it. So when you put this sharpener or this bottle, whatever it is, you can put it outside, and then the sun hits it, right? So you know, when you're walking outside, you see a shadow. So the same thing happens here. When you see, you put it with the sun, then you will see a shadow. So the shadow is reflecting exactly that resistance. So the shadow is completely correlated to the dream that you want, and the shadow is the pain or the resistance that we need to work on in order to get the dream fulfilled. So Gabby Bernstein says that I think it's very, very nice to have like a little mantra or a little affirmation for us to guide us through the day. And she says, I open up for all creativity, for open creativity possible. I'm open to all creative possibilities, right? When we're open to receive, then we can see the clues. Then we can see what is in store for us. So I was walking this morning, and I started thinking about, how do we create that perception in our days? It's just learning how to see those little clues. And maybe you have seen, or you have feel like synchronizing when you're thinking about somebody, and that person texts you, or calls you, or sends you a message. Or maybe it was so funny, because the other day I was talking with a friend, and she said, Maaike, it's all about, like, I was sharing with her some challenges towards like money, right? Money. And we have a lot of money issues, especially on these days of crisis. And she said, well, Maaike, it's all a matter of limiting beliefs and kind of letting go of all those things that you're gripping into. That's the resistance. We're gripping into what we know, because the unknown causes some fear. So letting go and I did this little exercise with her. And the next morning I went to my beautiful morning run and to my beloved place that you have seen, that little bridge by the water. And there it was, like I saw 3 coins laying on the bridge. So life leaves clues, but we need to be open to see them and to be receptive and to follow that intuition to get outside of the door, to go and call that person, to go and take that massage, to go and eat something healthy. It's like we all have those little clues, but we need to learn how to become aware of those and follow those. So what is a clue, or what is a sign that you have seen in yourself before that you have followed and something good has happened? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear that. And I want to finish with a note on unfulfilledness and unsatisfaction. Are you going to bed feeling unfulfilled and unsatisfied? Raise your hand or let me know in the comments. Just write the word unfulfilled or unsatisfied. So I want to leave you with a little homework for you so that you feel fulfilled. Let's close this year 2023 feeling fulfilled and appreciating everything that you were able to do, closing one chapter, because we're about to open a new chapter. And when we do not make closure to a chapter, then we feel like we're dragging things from the past, right? So at the end, I want to make an invitation to you. But before that, here are some basic actions that you can start doing today so that you can feel fulfilled. Number 1 is fill your spirit with gratitude. In the morning when you wake up, just say, thank you. Thank you for another day, and I'm open to receive. That's one little action. Number 2 is fill your head with inspiring ideas. Before you go and tackle and answer messages to anybody, I cannot insist more that you need to create the space for yourself first. So fill your head with inspirational ideas, whether you're listening to a podcast or a YouTube video that is inspirational for you, or reading a book or a quote. Do that every single morning, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you know your time, but do it routinely so that you can feel good. Number 3, fill your brain with better nutrients. And better nutrients is like, I like to add butter to my coffee in the morning, and that allows my brain to be functioning well. So make sure you're drinking or hydrating and having your brain function with better things that you're eating. Number 4, I want you to connect to the universal energy. So that's your soul. Maybe you go outside and listen to the birds and receive the light from the sun, or even if it's cloudy, just the light of the day, you're already immersing in the energy of the universe. And number 5, make sure you do some type of movement and some breathing. So those are very simple actions that you can take that will help you feel better and fulfilled throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, just notice and be grateful for the things that you did. And what you didn't do, don't worry. Just say, tomorrow I will be a little bit better. So with that, I think that these are the basic tools that you can that will help you address your day in, day out with confidence and success. You have to feel successful in the morning first with yourself, so you can go and show up for the world as the best version of you that you want to be. And I want to invite you, let's do a little Zoom and let's chat about how we have done throughout this year, do a little evaluation and share it among others, and also share our challenges in a Zoom chat that we can do all together. And I want to do this next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. So let me know in the comments if you would like to participate in this Zoom. Let's make a closure to this year and set up a few tasks or actions that we can do together for 2023 and to make this a very successful year. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening and participating. I wish you the best of the days and the best of your actions to fulfill and to close this year. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.